Guys, Big Anthony here. Going to be talking about Doctor Strange things I liked. I really liked how Benedict Cumberbatch was the perfect, person for this role. I thought that, I don't think they could have got anybody better. And this movie almost kind of reminded me of Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio, kind of, because some parts it did because they were fighting, especially the fighting scenes when they were using the sorcery, and they could bend buildings, bend the ground to, so they could fight, and that was kind of interesting. And I kind of liked how they used their little rings to where they could go from one place and open up a portal and walk through it and be somebody, somewhere else. And it was kind of neat how they had those three sanctums, one in Hong Kong, one in London, and one in New York, protecting the Earth from other dimensions, and how they can go through all the dimensions and stuff. And they're kind of mentioning the Avengers, and even saw the Avengers Tower at one point there, because this takes place all in New York. And I thought it was really really neat. The special effects and the visual effects I think were off the chart in this movie, and I really kind of thought it was cool that he found that this amulet that they had in the sanctum there at New York that linked all the sanctums together. It was the little amulet that he wore. Ended up putting it on and wearing it through most of the movie, and I guess that was, probably part of the comic books too, that he had that little amulet. I'm not really sure. Haven't read too much of Doctor Strange, but it was I thought it was really neat how that ended up fitting in with the Avengers and the Infinity Wars and the Infinity Gauntlet. That ended up being one of the Infinity Gems. There's a green one. It was the Time Gem. And I think that's kind of cool how they're kind of tying them all together. And I think that Doctor Strange is confirmed to be in the Infinity War movie. I believe him and Guardians of the Galaxy and a whole bunch of other people. And it's kind of cool to see how they're kind of tying this one in with that. And that this is see, this is one of the last final few gems I think that they find, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure, I'd have to look on that, but that was kind of cool to find out, another gem was. And it's kind of cool to, if you want to stay, make sure that you stay for the post-credit scenes, because he visits Thor, and he's been keeping tabs on, or Doctor Strange has been keeping tabs on people from other dimensions, and been keeping tabs on him, on Thor, and his brother Loki. And apparently, Thor is still trying to find Loki, and he offers to help him. So I don't know if Doctor Strange might help, but might be in Thor Ragnarok. That comes out, I think, next year. So I don't know if he's going to be involved in that either. And there is also another post-credit scene at the very, very, very last end of the credits that kind of explains a few things. So you might want to stay for that, because I thought it was kind of cool that Benjamin Bratt was in this movie, and he had went to the same place that Doctor Strange went to, and he got powers. And his Doctor Strange's friend, the guy that was helping the Ancient One, I guess ended up going and getting his power, and I guess he's going rogue. So I don't know if he's going to turn a bad guy, or if there could be another Doctor Strange movie, or if he's gonna, turn rogue or whatever. So it was a pretty good movie. So that's some of the stuff I liked. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And it's going to be kind of interesting to see how he is going to be in the Infinity Wars, how that's going to all translate and, you know, weave into that. So that's going to be kind of cool and be interesting to see if he actually pops up in, you know, like another movie like Thor Ragnarok or maybe Guardian of the Galaxy, who knows. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it. And if you're interested in watching any other my other movie reviews and thoughts, click on the playlist Movie Thoughts so you can check those out. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all my content and other videos I have on my channel. Until next time, peace.